Hey everybody, I'm not even sure why I started this video so quickly like that, but cause I don't remember what day it is. I'm pretty sure it's like 84. Of course, like I say every time, it's gonna be in the title. Don't care too much cause I want to get straight to the video. This is the first I'm gonna make a video like this. Probably, no, I wouldn't even say it's the last. And you never know what's coming. But I want to get pretty serious, and I'm getting pretty personal with this. So throughout my life, or really all of my life, um, I'm the type of person. I know I'm jumping straight into this. Hopefully you're having a good day. By the way, I've had a pretty cool day, I guess. Had to work today. Well, I didn't have to work today. I wasn't even on the clock today, and my manager texted me. I went in because I need to make a little bit more money. I haven't been working much, but besides the point. Hopefully you're having a good day. But yeah, to get back to the video, throughout my whole life, I've been the type of person to get angry quickly, easily. Um, and it's something I've struggled with. I gotten very angry a lot at people close to me. It's a lot of times, most of the time, it's people close to me. And as I've gotten older, I've been able to be man enough to realize and be able to admit that I do get angry quickly sometimes, but sometimes I feel like it's a possibility that I'm not completely wrong sometimes, but I'm also not trying to say that I'm right either, because I don't know, honestly, sometimes, but man. So long story short, not too long ago, literally yesterday I think it was, or really trying to remember, I think it was just yesterday actually, I got in an argument with my brother, my oldest brother. I have plenty of brothers. I have two actual blood brothers though, and I only stay with one now, including my mom. I used to stay with one of the other ones, one of my other brothers. I mean, I used to stay with my other blood brother too, but he left, and that's another story for another day, I guess. But yeah, so me and my older brother have been the type of two that get in arguments a lot. Like, we get in arguments a lot. And it's a lot of times it's been my fault, especially when I was younger. Uh, I would get mad about things that weren't really serious at all. Like, he would stare at me, like he would just look at me to be annoying and play around and stuff, and it would piss me off for some reason so bad when I was like 14, and it stopped at like 15, and it was so confusing. But as I got to like 16, I started doing more things. I started growing as a person in general, I believe. Like, and it shows me how far I've came, and sometimes I don't think about that. And I feel like we don't think about that a lot, about how far we've came and how we've changed as a person for the better. Doesn't mean I'm perfect, but I believe that I'm a better person now. Um, but yeah, with my family right now, so much of my family is like not a part of my life, and it's so weird because when you come up when you come up with your family, you feel like you're gonna be there forever, and it's just not true. It's really not. Whatever the reason may be, there's always something and a reason why you're not a part of certain parts of your family. For me, a lot of parts of the family I'm not part of, and I don't talk to, is because there's just a lot of it is just we stopped talking for a long time and we just never talked again. And then a lot of it is also just a lot of fishy stuff goes on, and it just like you don't want to take the risk of talking to someone who could possibly be on some weird junk. Like, for me, it's been very confusing because I really like think about the memories I've had with my family, and it makes me want to talk to them. But I do also have to remember, you have to remember that they're not the same that they were at that moment in that memory that you're thinking about. And I'm not trying to say you shouldn't talk to your family at all. That's my decision and it's your decision. But main thing I want to get at here is that with my brother, me and him getting arguments 24/7 and all the time. It's like not all the time. It's always out of nowhere, and it just makes you drift away from wanting a relationship at all, like with a bond, because it feels like it's not there at all. And even if we make up about it, I'm always the one that comes to apologize also, and that's not to. I'm not trying to bash anybody here either, by the way. Like my brother, I'm not trying to bash him or anything because he doesn't apologize. The way he is, he doesn't ever apologize about anything, I guess, and that's for him to say for whatever reason he does that, but I don't know why. But I'm the type of person that feels like I always have to apologize, even if just because it's a lot of times I'm not sure if it was my fault, and there's times where I believe it's not my fault, but I can't just say that because it's a lot of times I forget what was actually everything that was said in general. But yeah. So my whole point is that I really want a future where I'm talking to my family, but I also don't want to try and force something that's not there. Like I feel like I'm just in the way. But okay, everything that started this, I'm all over the place right now. Everything that started this is me coming up to him and asking him if he fed the dog, and he was telling me that he did, and I didn't believe him, and I told him I didn't believe him, and that's where it fired up the situation. Well, actually, I told him I didn't believe him because what he was telling me didn't add up, I believe, and he was telling me I can't just, like, what is this, an interrogation or all this other stuff, and was saying, like, you can't accuse me without having any proof, which is absolutely true. That's literally just truth, nothing but facts. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like I'm gonna put all the cards on the table. But there's this thing I do a lot where when I get in an argument, it's like a lot of things I was thinking before that I wasn't saying. I end up saying it, and stuff that I feel towards a person, I end up saying it when we argue. And I don't necessarily know if that's considered fake or something. Like, I mean, because there's a lot of things I wanted to say to him, and I said it yesterday, but I also don't want to come off as rude if I let it out right away. Like, if I think it's about you, okay, you don't clean your dishes right away or something, you don't clean your dishes good enough, like, not even good enough, you don't clean your dishes much, like, you just leave them in there. If I was to walk up to you and just say that out of nowhere, like, it's weird, and that could also start an argument, so it's a confusing thing for me, but I could also be in the wrong in this situation. But my point is, he just sometimes looks at me as this person, it looks like he looks at me as this person that's, like, out of my mind or something. When I get mad, I do, like, tend to start to yell and stuff, especially when somebody keeps cutting me off and won't let me talk when I've been letting you talk, and it's so annoying. And when the argument just goes deeper and deeper, it gets on my nerves, and it's just so much. And I hate getting in arguments. Like, as much as it sounds like I'm an angry person and all this other stuff, I hate getting in arguments as I've grown, and I've tried to avoid it. And it always it always just happens out of nowhere when it comes to me and him. And that's why it makes me feel like it's just a bad mix all around, and it shouldn't be a thing at all. Like, I literally just told him yesterday, we just don't have to speak to each other. Well, I didn't say it like that, but I was saying to him, I would just stay out of the way, stay out of his way. And I won't speak to him. I won't try and say how I feel or something, because it always results into an argument, and then the argument drifted into this other conversation where it's like I don't agree with the stuff that he does because he drinks and smokes and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, that also has nothing to do with me. like I told him though, I feel like I just want to help. Sometimes all I try and do is help, especially since I've gotten into the Word of God and stuff. I'm not some, obviously, I'm not some Christian influencer on YouTube or anything, because this channel isn't. It, it's obviously not that. At least not right now. I mean, I wouldn't mind influencing people into that, but the channel is, it's obvious what the channel is made for, obviously. So it's just a weird thing, bro, because especially since I believe in God and he doesn't, it doesn't mean that he shouldn't uh, be included in my life at all because of that. I mean, anything could change, but it's just certain times he tries to like make fun of it. And like one time we were talking the other day and about God and stuff, and he's like, I just don't see myself going to a church and then letting these people hypnotize me or whatever he said, brainwash me. Like when you put stuff like that, especially knowing somebody believes in something like that, like you're being disrespectful towards the religion. You're being disrespectful to what somebody believes in, and that's selfish in my opinion. But it's just so much stuff when it comes to arguments that you gotta go back and then you know like remember everything. And I'm just tired of this type of stuff. I feel like if you honestly start to, at this moment, I feel like with this type of thing, it's best for me to just stay away from it in any way possible. Like, it's just crazy how much of good relationships I have with people who are outside of my house versus inside of my house. When I'm at school or school isn't perfect either, to be honest. Like, if we've been real, there's so many different kids that's on bull, and then some kids that's nice. But my whole point is that my relationship with certain people outside of my house is better than my relationship with actual family. And it's crazy. It's a crazy thing, but I have to admit it. Like, that's just how it is. When both of my brothers were in here, um, I had this friend. I've already talked about him before, Jacob. He introduced me to church, and this dude is literally like my brother. Like, he feels like, it feels like this dude is my brother because he gets personal with me in these ways, in these different ways. Uh, like me and him literally cry, but side by side. And I'm not saying you gotta, cry with your brother or something for y'all to be on this deeper connection, because me and my brother had talked and had conversations, real conversations, but there's just this turning point, like, because maybe it's just that we're just different or something. Maybe that's what it is, because of what he's into and what I'm into. And when you mix those two, it's not a good mix. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to say, but I just don't. My whole point is I just don't want to have something in my life that I feel like is possibly a negative thing. Like, okay, so you keep this thing in your life, but you know that you think that this is gonna end bad. Like, that's just stupid to me. Like, that's like me going over to my neighbor's house. They drink and smoke and everything. Like, I stay in a bad area. I'm not gonna lie about that. At the moment I do, and that's what almost everybody out here does. I feel like I'm like in a place that I shouldn't be at all. Like, literally. But that's like me going over there, and you know it's gonna end bad, but I'm gonna be friends with these people anyways. And at least my brother, one thing I can't say that he said, at least he doesn't try and stick that stuff in my face though, and tries to include me in that. Oh, you wanna smoke, you wanna drink, this and that. He ain't that type of person. But my point is if don't if you're involved with people like that, how do you think it's gonna end? And that's also negative. And if I'm involved with somebody who I feel like is always gonna end bad with arguments and stuff, I mean, it's never gonna be perfect. That's another thing. It's never gonna be perfect, but there's been so many arguments that it feels like it's just very aggravating, bro. Like, because I feel like I have no idea what to do thinks of me, like, because it seems like every time an argument starts, that's when true feelings come out. And the way he just looks at me when I'm mad or something, it's like, bro, you be thinking like I'm crazy or something, but maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just don't. It just feels like I need a restart button, bro. Like, I just don't feel like I should be where I'm at for some reason. It's so weird. I know it might sound crazy with the stuff I'm saying, but I'm just keeping it real. And that's the best thing to always do, is to keep it real and say what's on your mind. And that's the whole point of this channel, is I want to say what's on my mind. But I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I can end up from now. But it's definitely a long journey, and you never know what could come. Good things could come. We always only think about it bad. I'm definitely one of those people, bro. Like, every time, there's so much bad stuff that happened, and you only focus on the bad, but there's also so much good stuff that's happened, and you don't pay attention to it at all. Like, literally at all. Like, I got a job again. It might not be the best job, but I have a job. And before I had this job, I wanted a job for the longest. Turns out I'm walking past the job every day, and I don't even realize I'm finna work here soon. So that's a blessing. I mean, that I have this job that I have. I've also run into new people. Like, I've run into people at school this year. There's no telling how far the relationships could go with them. I've ran into different people at my church. The dude that invited me to the church in the first place is now one of my closest friends. Like, literally my only friend, actually, so best friend. But yeah, it's just so much different things. Like, you never know what's gonna come next. It makes it more fun, really, when you don't know what's gonna come next. But also, when so much bad things happen, you feel like something negative is coming. But maybe we're bringing that negativity to us when we think like that. So that's the biggest thing I've been focusing on, I think, right now, is trying to focus on positive things and believing that something is coming that is positive. No matter what has happened. Like, when that argument happened, bro, it was so annoying. Like, it's just very annoying, bro. Like, I don't like getting in arguments, like I said, and it's just annoying. I mean, it's times where I try to get my point across, and I could probably come off as rude. That still doesn't mean it isn't rude, though. It's still rude if I came off the wrong way, but um yeah, it's like, if I don't, though, like, what am I supposed to do if I don't say anything? It's just, something I just have to leave alone at this point, I believe. Like, it's just funny, bro. It's just so much stuff. Like I'm in a house right now. That's I'm grateful for where I stay at, but like, that I have a house, but like, I'm in a place that's infested, with roaches. And I'm, like I said, I'm gonna keep it real on here. I'm at a low point in my life, which means I have a lot to gain. So that's another reason why I believe so much that positive things could be on the way, because when you're at low point, when you get things, it feels so much better. Like, it's not to say like I'm homeless or something, and I'm not trying to shame anybody. It's like that, but you obviously get what I mean. But like, it just makes it feel way better. And I just imagine if I was to work for myself and get myself to a good point, I would be so much more proud of myself, versus if I started off in this freaking 2-story house or something. Like, these people, there's so much people that have so much, and there's people that also have less than me. So that's why I'm not gonna be so down about it. But like, sometimes it really hurts, bro. Like, there's times where I just look at other people and it's just like, wow, I really wish I could be in a better position, but that's not that's not where I'm at right now. So just gotta be patient, literally, and that's all you can do. But go back to the I know I'm all over the place, like I keep saying. Go back to like, just where I stay at and stuff. Like, it's a confusing thing, because when it comes to different things about where I stay at, like I feel like I bring this difference to where I stay because I'm so different. And let me throw this out here also. I'm not even. I think I've said this a long. Well, I said it long ago, so I'm just saying it again. I'm not even originally from here. Also, uh, I originally stayed in Fayetteville, and it was pretty cool. It was deep down in the woods, and yeah, there was no bugs or anything, but the things I deal with now is because of what happened at that house. It was a house fire and all this other stuff. Yeah, so, but yeah, but what I deal with now is like, it's like so confusing because when my other brother stayed here, this dude was very